All right. We're glad that everybody's here. My name's Travis Martin. Lost over 100 pounds on the program. Come off all prescription medications. Program's changed my life. It's not a diet. It's a lifestyle. And lifestyles work. If it's a scientifically sound lifestyle when it comes to nutrition, and then it's practical, sustainable, and fun, what else could we ask for? And that's what we've got here, a practical, sustainable, fun lifestyle, meets you where you are. You don't have to make huge changes in your life. You just have to make some pivots. You're still going to eat bread. You're still going to eat cheese. You're still going to eat pasta and pizza and hamburgers. You're just going to eat them a little differently. Hey, Kimberly. Travis, you're such an inspiration to me and others. Thank you for being here and all that you do. Thank you so much. That means more today than ever. Thank you, Kimberly. You don't know how much I needed to hear that today. Thank you so much. God bless you. Hope God really blesses you special today. Glad that everybody's here. We will get this started. Remember, this is our 11 a.m. session where we try. It doesn't mean we can't go outside the lanes a little bit, but we try to focus our energies on meal ideas and food combinations because that's what beginners typically struggle with the most. It's the most fun part from a physiological standpoint, what food combinations do for us inside our body. That's the fun part, but it can be overwhelming to someone who's used to being given a diet. But that's why diets don't work. So we're going to spend the time here talking about food combinations and meal ideas. Hopefully most of the questions will be around that. At the noon hour, it's just open forum. It's Q&A from our members, beginner, intermediate, advanced members, where we keep people moving along in the lifestyle, helping them break through plateaus mentally and physically. Some plateaus are mental and others are physical. Most of them are mental. Hey, Brother Charles. How you doing? Good to have Charles with us. Kathleen Kincaid on Facebook, welcome. Diane Malone, breakfast, 2 eggs, 2 scrambled eggs, one of the most wholesome foods on the planet Earth. 0-calorie cooking spray, approved turkey sausage, and approved toast. So we got a 4 plus a 2 there. Awesome job. Way to go. No wonder Diane Malone's done so superb. She knows her stuff. Good job. Great breakfast. All right, let's get into this. Any questions before we get started? Any questions about food combinations, meal ideas? Feel free to even share some that you've had recently so we can vet those. But any questions about food combining? And also, do we have anyone new here? Kathy, good to have Kathy. Lost 9 pounds in the first week. Still learning too. Good job, Kathy. Tremendous. Bless the name of the Lord. That's awesome. Tabitha, tried the pumpkin whipped cottage cheese for breakfast. I don't know if I've had that. Sounds familiar. May have had that 1 or 2 times, not sure. Sounds good though. That's in the recipe library, everyone. Charles having first eating episode today. 2 whole eggs, butternut squash. That's 4 plus 2. Bell peppers. Now see, Charles, buddy, I'm so proud of you. See how easy this is. I knew you knew your stuff. I knew you could do it. Kimberly, I'm new and am interested to learn more and join. Met Julie at church. Julie Marandino's amazing. Kimberly, it's good to have you. You're our special guest today. Welcome. We're glad that you're with us. The lifestyle will change your life because it's practical, sustainable, and fun once you learn it, once you grasp it. Meet you where you are, family style restaurants, fast food restaurants, grandmas, shop from your local grocery store. Everybody wants something exciting like pills and potions and gimmicks. And by the time you waste all your time with all that stuff and spend all your money, you could have learned a great, healthy lifestyle where everything you need comes from your local grocery store. Kathleen Kincaid, excited going on a trip next week, getting my survival kit ready. I love to hear that. That's a good student there. A lost 3 pounds. I always carry my survival kit with me. Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. It can help fill those voids. Hey, Sheila Elrod. All right, any questions? Any questions for me today? Food combining, meal ideas, or we'll go on and start trying to stimulate some activity here in the chat so we don't have any lag time. So where I'm at right now is in the website. I have logged in to the website and I have clicked on resources. This is where we find our advanced food combination chart. Don't let the term advanced scare you. Both the beginner combinations and the advanced ones are in this one chart. So that's why I usually pull it up. So I'm going into resources and then video library. In the video library, I go to Shibboleth Advanced Food Combination Chart, and boom, there it is. Okay, so let's start looking at this. Kathy, let me know if this helps you with your question. Kathy's saying, I don't understand the app. How do you classify a food group? I had rather have people use the mobile-friendly website. The app is an abridged version, an extremely abridged version of the website. It does allow for quick food library searches. It does allow for quick journal entries, but not a great substitute for the mobile-friendly website. I am currently on the mobile-friendly website. So when we talk about classifying foods, we're talking about this legend down here. Kathy, do you see this? So category 1 is lean protein. Can y'all help me out a little bit? What are some foods that are category 1? Can you name me a couple, 2 or 3? Now, Kathy, everything that's in a category is interchangeable, meaning it pretty much breaks down into a similar macronutrient profile. The macronutrients are protein, carbs, and fat. So everything in a certain category pretty much breaks down inside the body in a similar fashion. So chicken breast, egg whites, 96% lean ground beef, perfect. Category 2 is your fibrous carbohydrate. We should just call them fibrous foods because they're unlike carbohydrate. Carbohydrate spikes blood sugar, but category 2 fibrous carbohydrate doesn't spike blood sugar, it neutralizes blood sugar. Okay, what have we got in category 2, everyone? Repetition's the mother of skill. Good, Tiffany. Broccoli, zucchini, all manner of squash and leafy greens and okra and cucumbers. Then you have category 3 complex carb right here under the legend. Category 3 complex carb. What are some foods in the complex carb category? All are interchangeable. Some are better than others, but all pretty much interchangeable. Bonitos wouldn't be a whole food. Certainly, Becky, that's a good way to classify bonitos, but that's a processed food that's approved. And what we want to kind of center our attention on here is the whole foods that grow from the ground or roam the earth. So we've got corn, potato, those are great ones. Now, corn, potato, and other carbohydrate elevate blood sugar. When we elevate blood sugar, what does our pancreas release, everyone? Insulin. Insulin is the fat bus. Anytime the fat bus is on the scene, we're going to store fat very efficiently. Our appetite goes up. We go in a growth mode. And when we're in a growth mode, we cannot be in a weight loss mode. So we must neutralize insulin through our food combinations. So when I eat corn, I have to make sure I have a lean protein and a fibrous carb with it to neutralize that insulin impact. Peas would be a good one. Category 4, protein plus fat. What's in that category? Very important that we can spot these things when we're eating out. Steak, whole eggs, pork. Hey, here's another rule for you. If it ever had a face, pork chop, if it ever had a face before it landed on your plate and you don't know where to put it, you should put it in category 4 because that will limit what you put with it. Now, why is it important that we don't put certain foods with a high fat food? because we don't want a food, a carbohydrate or fruit combined with a high fat food, because that will mean fat storage. Then we have category 5, fruit. All fruit goes here. Category 6, superfood, pintos, black beans, red beans, nuts, seeds, and others. Hemp hearts go here. Peanut butter goes here. Superfoods contain all of the macronutrients. Category 7, all shellfish like crab and shrimp and scallops. Then we have condiments. We have meal replacements. We have perfect pairings. We have hemp hearts, hemp flakes, approved snacks, freebies, and extras. So another great place to find this stuff, let me go there so you can see it's a bigger list. Got a couple of areas here, bear with me. I'm gonna go to my dashboard. I'm gonna go to the Fast Track library. And here we can see a very condensed food library with mostly whole foods. Category 1s, category 2s, category 3s, category 4s, and so forth. This gets us started with hundreds of food options. Now, if we're wanting more variety, we can go over to the large library where everything that we can approve is approved, and we add to it every day. Now, the larger library is for our partners and our members who finance our way forward so that we can help people. But you have a huge library here where all the variety in the world opens up, everything from ice cream and pizza, all kind of stuff, okay? So you've got your condensed library and then your larger library. It's important that you learn how to commit to memory the basic foods and what category they go in. So when you're at a restaurant and you'd fail to pull up your food combination chart or can't pull up your food library list, that you know the basics. Now, one of the things that I should mention is that let me ask you this way. Is there ever a time that a piece of fish would be counted instead of a 1, fish would be counted as a category 4? Is there ever a time we would do that? Exactly. Anytime we're eating out. Hey, Karen Klein. Hey, Melissa. Anytime we're eating out, because we're not in our natural habitat. So we don't know what fat they're cooking into that food. Why is that such a big deal? Well, if I'm craving a potato, category 3 potato, and I have a potato at a restaurant, and I think I'm doing good because I had it with broccoli and fish, if you look at a combination chart, you'll see a 1, 2, 3 is allowed. So I think I'm doing good, but that restaurant cooked what into that fish? Long chain triglycerides. Medium chain triglyceride fats do not alter the category that your food is in. So if I cook fish in MCT oil, coconut oil, hemp oil, or ghee butter, I do not have to change its category. But they're usually using a long chain triglyceride like vegetable oil at a restaurant, or olive oil, which is not a heat stable oil, by the way. And when they cook that into your food, we have to alter it while we're in the weight loss phase and change it to a category 4. Now, when you reach maintenance, one of the things I teach is that you can experiment with not doing that at a restaurant and see how your weight does. But for the weight loss phase, it's imperative that when you're eating out, you treat all category 1s and category 7s like a category 4, unless you're absolutely certain that it's been dry grilled and just, dry rubs on it. Sandra, what is catfish? I thought it was a 4 for some reason. No, catfish and salmon are fattier fish, but they're a category 1 too. All fish is category 1, except for an example, tuna packed in oil. Canned tuna in oil would be a 4. Canned tuna in water would be a 1. Does that make sense, everyone? Very important. These lifestyle rules are put together for a reason, and they're simple and they're easy to follow. But if you start, the Bible says if you a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. So even though these are easy to follow, if you start messing with them, especially the closer you get to your goal, you will reach plateaus. Make sense, everyone? All right, good deal. So now let's think through. Let's go back to our food combination chart. And let's look at our combination chart since this is a combination meal idea class. We've got our red column, our yellow column, our blue column. Red column is the fastest fat loss combination. You're getting ready for a reunion or a wedding or something like that, and you want to feel more comfortable in your clothes. This is where we want to stay. Plenty of protein, plenty of roughage, and plenty of energy via the MCT. And then yellow is closely related in speed of weight loss to red. In fact, a meal replacement, -2 or -3 meal replacements, may be better for overall weight loss and fat loss than any of the combinations in the red column because they control your portion for you. So why did I put them in yellow? Because I wanted our best food groups, food combinations, to focus on whole foods. And then you've got your blue column. This column, the blue column, is where once you reach maintenance, that I suspect you will, like me, spend the most of your lifestyle. The blue column. A lot of people they're afraid of the blue column. If I've reached my goal, I don't need to be afraid of the blue column. And while I'm chasing my goal, from time to time, if I've got a craving, instead of having a hog trough day, now I can have a blue column day and I can have my fruit, my corn, my potatoes. There's ways to do that within our system, okay? Lisa asked, what about rotisserie chicken? What category is that? The white meat part of a rotisserie chicken is close enough that we can call it a category 1. The dark meat parts are category 4. You can eat the skin, but the skin should be considered a category 4. So if you're eating white meat with the skin on it, you should call that a what category, everybody, even though it's white meat. Lots of nutrition in that skin. 4, very nutrient dense. But because there is some long chain triglycerides there during the weight loss phase, we don't need to be having fruit or carbohydrate with it. Now, when you look at this food combination chart, is there something that perplexes you or confuses you, something you have questions about, or a combination up here that you would like to have an example of? This is a great time to take notes and come up with meal ideas. There's several ways, at least, let me digress, at least, without exaggeration, 3 times a day, at least 3. That means I'm thinking it's more like 5 or 6 times a day, but I don't want to be a liar. At least 3 times a day, somebody tells me they are what? Starts with a B. They're blank with their meals. Starts with a B. Play hangman here. Bored. They say, I'm so bored, and it just blows my mind. That means they're not coming to class. We could literally come up with, in a full hour, if I didn't field any questions, we could literally come up with 100 meal ideas in an hour class. So that just means somebody's really not taking the program seriously, and most likely they've been had so many times in the past, they join this thinking this is going to be like any other diet, and the first sign of trouble, they flee. Because there's no way with the meal generator, personal one-on-ones, and this class that you can run out of meal ideas. There's no way. Any questions about these combos? How would we have a hamburger? So a hamburger can be had a couple of ways here. Let me ask you the following. Could I have 93% lean ground beef because it's on special? What category is 93% lean ground beef? Category 4. So if I have 4 to 6 ounces of lean ground beef, could I do the following and make a good hamburger? Now, I might be tricking you. Could I have, some of y'all might want to do your food library search, trick question maybe. Could I have 93% lean ground beef, a slice of fat-free cheese, pickle, and lettuce on a slice of Ezekiel bread? No. What category is Ezekiel bread, everybody? Category 3. I think somewhere in the description it says it can be a 2+3, but it's got enough 3 in it that we can't call it a 2. Okay. So let's take a look at another example. Can I have 93% lean ground beef with a category 2 bread like Healthy Life bread or a Healthy Life bun, lettuce, tomato, fat-free cheese, and a pickle, ketchup and mustard? Yes, that's a 4 plus a 2. That's a 4 plus a 2. Perfect. Can I go to McDonald's? This is a lifestyle rule. Can I go to McDonald's and order a 1/4 pounder, throw away their bun, and use my category 2 bun? Yes. Could I do the following? At home, could I have a category 2 approved bun with 96% lean ground beef burger, fat-free cheese, dill pickle, pickles, and 4 steak fries cooked in MCT oil? Repeat that, they say. Okay. So can I have a category 2 Healthy Life bread with 4 ounces of 96% lean ground beef, lettuce, tomato, onion, fat-free cheese, and 4 potato fries, steak-sized fries, cooked in MCT oil and salted? Yes, that would be a 1 plus 2 plus 3. Could I have at home, could I have 70% lean ground beef in a lettuce wrap? I shouldn't. That's not ideal on a holiday. Good job, Charles. Good catch. Good catch. Let's see. I think somebody else had a question that I missed. Let me go up here. Rebecca, I'm down 6 pounds in 3 days of a 24-day challenge, but I feel weak between meals. Rebecca, are you having 3 meals a day? Are you having 3 eating episodes a day? Can you give me an idea of how much weight you want to lose? Total? Not during the challenge, but maybe privately. If you, where it says 2, you do host and panelist, and then I'll tell you what to do. Or you can hit the Q&A button and tell me privately how many total pounds. But with what your goal is for the challenge, you really shouldn't be eating more than that. You shouldn't be eating more than 3 eating episodes. I think and suspect that partly, without looking at your journal, I don't know. But I suspect partly you're feeling weak because your body is still glycogen dependent. You've only been doing this 3 days, and we need to get you more fat adapted. And as your metabolism becomes more fat adapted, it will rely more on calories that are stored in fat as opposed to sugar calories that you've depleted. But of course, safety first. If you really feel faint and weak, you didn't say faint, but if you're feeling faint and weak, let's add an approved snack. I wish you wouldn't, but if you need to, only you know your body and yourself. I feel like anytime somebody's having 3 eating episodes, look, let me say this. Again, I know where you're at. Now, I don't know about your underlying conditions, but I know where you're at because I've been there too. I'm 6'3". Now I'm 190 pounds. I started out over 300 pounds. I have plenty of energy. Yesterday, I had one meal. I had leftover pintos, cabbage, and ground beef. That was it. I have plenty of energy. And it's because I denied myself of glycogen long enough that my body become dependent on fat as a fuel source. And I have plenty of fat. I have plenty of reserve fat for my body to tap into. So rarely do I feel weak, but it's because I paid that supreme price of hard work in the beginning. But now if you need something, maybe a cup of berries by itself to get your blood sugar up, maybe that will restore some vitality. Maybe an approved snack that's high in protein will restore some vitality. But anytime we need, as a people, we need more than 3 eating episodes to feel whole and to feel energetic. That's a problem. Okay, does that make sense, everybody? Not picking, I'm just giving you the facts so we can make adult decisions. But good job, you started off with a bang. You're on your way to losing those 20 pounds in a 24-day period. Cheryl asked another question, but I got to go hunt it down. Hold on. Cheryl, I was looking to buy corned beef for a mock Reuben. Boar's Head was not on the approved list. It looks like too much fat, so I bought London broil. I'm unsure what to look for category 4 meats. You're looking for 50% calories from fat. So if you didn't want to wait on us and you didn't want to ask us, I don't like to do math. Y'all know that because everybody hears it differently. But if I'm not wanting to wait on Kim or Travis to give me an answer, Kim Shibboleth or Travis to give me an answer on my meat selection, then any meat, if it's 50%, now sometimes we violate this rule depending on what product it is and how it's going to be consumed, but it needs to be 50% calories from fat or less. So on a nutrition label, if it says 200 calories and then it says 10 grams of fat, 10 fat grams on the label. Everybody with me so far? Let's make sure you're with me. I hate doing math. It confuses people. 50% calories or less from fat for a category 4. So if on the nutrition label it says 200 calories in this serving, and it says in this serving there are 10 grams of fat, does anyone know how many calories from fat that is? Very good, everybody. We've got some good students. 90 calories. So with this particular meat, if this were a meat, would it be a category 1 or a 4? 4. Okay, good job. Now, let's say we are looking at something that says 270 calories. And it's got 25 grams of fat. How many calories from fat is that? Can somebody do that math? There are 9 calories in a gram of fat. So in this product, there's 225 calories from fat. 225 of the 270 is nothing but lard. What category would this be? Holiday. This is the ground beef that you feed your friends at the pool party at your house. Okay. Now, when we go eat a quarter pounder, this is why I tell people there's more to this lifestyle. It's all mathematics. There's more to this lifestyle than the math. When I go eat at a restaurant, am I ever eating lean enough ground beef that it should be a 1 or a 4 at a restaurant? No. So we have lifestyle rules assuming most normal people don't eat at a restaurant every day. So when we go to a restaurant, we're just trying to get out of there unscathed and alive. Okay. Now, is there any type of Shibboleth day? Is there any Shibboleth type day where you could have this ground beef? It's got 300 calories in a serving, or roast beef, or whatever it is. It's got 30 grams of fat. There's this low of a quality ground beef out there. And it's got 0 carbohydrate. How many calories from fat is this? Y'all are ahead of me, you rascals, you good students. That's 270 calories from fat. This looks like real bacon, don't it, y'all? This looks like real bacon. That's about the profile of real bacon. Yes, if I follow the lion and shark rules over a 24-hour period and follow it up, Diane, good job. With a 16-hour fast, I can even have this. This is the beautiful thing about Shibboleth that I think a lot of beginners miss. It is a comprehensive lifestyle that gives you rules for eating whatever it is you want to eat, even a chocolate-covered donut. It's so beautiful. And using the full lifestyle, this is how I've lost almost now 140 pounds and come off all prescriptions. Here's why it works. Let me show y'all this. Maybe this will help somebody new today. Here's why it works. So let's take steak, potato, and broccoli. Roseanne, let me get to that question momentarily. So steak, potato, and broccoli. If the potato has 0 calorie butter spray on it, fat-free sour cream, the broccoli has nothing on it but seasoning, and the steak is a grilled steak. What combination is this? It's a 4, a 2, and a 3. Let me explain why this is not an approved combination except for on a holiday. So the steak breaks down into protein. The steak breaks down into protein. Protein feeds and fuels our muscle. That's a good thing. The fat breaks down into fat lipids that I'm going to liken into like a long candle wick. So depending on the portion, if I eat a good portion, not too much, I've got these fat lipids. And as soon as I eat this steak, these fat lipids begin to burn. They begin to burn. Do y'all see that? Let me know you've seen how I did that. They begin to burn. Okay, I'm going to put them back. If I eat the steak and the broccoli, they dissipate its heat and go away if I don't overeat steak and broccoli. That's why there's also a portion rule. When I have this potato, What is elevated? What elevates in my bloodstream? Blood sugar. Now my pancreas secretes what? The fat bus. Here comes the fat bus. Here it comes. Here it comes. Now, these fat lipids start dissipating, but the fat bus is on the rise because it's got to lower our blood sugar. But now insulin is a fat storage hormone, and it picks up all of this fat, and now the fat bus is loaded up with fat. Now, what is it looking for? Where is it looking to go to plant all this fat that it's picked up? Here it goes. It's going to put it right in those fat cells. Now it's pushing, it's shoving this fat as fast as it can before it can burn up in the fat cells. While the body is using the glycogen as an energy source, it's not using the fat as an energy source. That's why it's storing it. It's a beautiful thing. God's created our body amazingly. We wouldn't want to eat steak fat and it be coming out of our eyeball, and people go, look, you eat too much steak. Look at that fat running out your eye. It's got to put it somewhere. Now, when it fills all this up, it fills them up. They're full. What does your body now do? Creates more what? Creates more fat cells. You do it again tomorrow. The next day you had steak and you had cantaloupe after you eat your steak. Boom. Here it goes. Filling it up. That's why that's a problem. Did anybody have a light bulb moment? Now, if I have steak and broccoli, there's nothing to push those fat cells in, nothing to push that fat in the fat cells if I don't overeat, and they dissipate its heat and go away. That's why we've put all these combinations together the way we have. Okay. Now, there was another question. How much bacon can I have in one meal? As little as you will need to be satisfied. When I'm having a lion or shark day and I want real full fat bacon, no turkey bacon, I want the good stuff. Turkey bacon is allowed as a category 4, most turkey bacon, not all turkey bacon. But if I want real bacon and I'm having a lion day or a shark day, I need to make sure that my eating episode is what calorie range. I could have nothing but bacon in a meal on a lion or shark day. I do that often. I like full fat cheese and bacon as a meal. I've got to limit my calories to what for an eating episode? 0 to 400. Susan said 300. Susan, bonus points. 300 to 350 calories for a meal episode is the sweet spot. Good job. Any other questions or any that I missed in the thread? Could I show an example of a 7 plus 6 plus 2? Absolutely. So here the question is, there is a combination 7 plus 6 plus 2. What would that look like? That would look like one of the following. 7 is shellfish, 6 is a superfood, 2 is a fibrous carb. I've got my portion plate. And let's say that I have some shrimp. And shrimp is centric to this meal. It's the main course. So I have shrimp that's prepared in MCT oil or some ghee butter, and it's seasoned with Old Bay, some lemon juice. So I got shrimp. Now let's say that I've got some black beans, quarter cup of black beans, and broccoli. That would be a 7, a 6, and a 2. Could I do the following, everybody? Could I do the following? Could I have shrimp, some black beans or refried beans? Could I have shrimp, refried beans, fat-free cheese, and a category 2 tortilla? Could I do that for a shrimp taco? I could. If I use like a La Tortilla factory tortilla, I could probably get away with 2 of those, though y'all know I frown upon that. 2 tortilla, 2 of the 50-calorie approved category 2 tortillas, a few shrimp, black beans, and lettuce. That would be a 7, 6, and 2. So any shellfish, any superfood, any category 2. Beautiful fat-burning meal. Today is St. Patrick's, is it? I didn't know that. I'm working too much. And I normally pressure cook corned beef, carrots, and cabbage. Is this acceptable? Sparingly with the carrots. The corned beef's a little fatty, but anything off the bone is allowed as a category 4. Anything off the bone. The fat ratio only really applies to processed meats. So real corned beef, cabbage, and carrots with MCT, ghee, coconut oil, or hemp oil would be allowed. That would be a 4 plus a 2 if you used carrots as a garnish or condiment. Does that make sense, Susan? So I've got corned beef, cabbage, and carrots as a garnish on a portion plate. That's approved. That's a good meal, a good fat burning meal. Sounds yummy. Any other questions? No Guinness. No Guinness. I don't think Guinness makes a light beer, do they? I didn't think so. I think I got in trouble at an Irish pub for even asking that. May be time for a holiday. Okay, everybody, I'm going to wrap it up. Please remember us. We've got several families within our Shibboleth family that have lost loved ones recently to heart disease, to tragedy. Remember them. And if you run out of things to pray for Shibboleth. We've got some huge decisions to make before May the 1st. So we need y'all. We're in a big transition, and Sasha and I is trying to figure out what our next steps are, and how to also at the same time take care of our family, but also honor our Shibboleth members without any too many problems. I sure do love coming live like this and doing it full time, but I've got to raise some money or I'm not going to be able to provide for my family. We've got enough loan money to make it until May the 1st. So I've got to start working hard, let go of my pride, ask for more. We've got 36,000 active members, not free community members, but actual lifetime members, 36,000 plus. And if I could get a portion of them to pledge $5 a month, I can continue doing this full time. The website will not go away, but it's the live classes and the live support that would break my heart to have to suspend. if I don't get busy trying to raise money by May the 1st, I'll have to get full-time work. So I do this full-time now. I'm active with Shibboleth 12 to 16 hours a day, Monday through Saturday. And I sure would love to keep doing it. No one owes me anything here. We have got about 40 plus partners now that's really helping us. That prolongs the decision, puts it off us having to make a decision. So we appreciate them, but we need many more. And you just pray about it. If you're a lifetime member, we hope you'll consider being a partner at $5 or more per month, so that Sasha and I can continue dedicating full-time work and continue keeping our team members. It's tough times. We're averaging about $300 of gross profit a day to pay. We've got expenses down to about $45,000 a month, but that's half of what they were. It's a pretty big operation, or it was, but things have continued to plummet, and we need your help. We hope you'll pray for us, and God will make a way. God always has. But regardless, I want you to know your investment is not in vain. The website has literally thousands of videos and content on it. We just don't want it to be a what do you call that? We don't want it to really be a self-guided program without live interaction. So pray for us and let the Lord lead. And we're just honored to serve. I've been doing this for 20 years by accident, so I feel blessed. If it ends tomorrow, as far as my ability to teach full-time, then I feel blessed. I feel very blessed. It's been an honor of a lifetime. We have a website, www.helpshibboleth.com, helpshibboleth.com, where you can pledge your support, www.helpshibboleth.com. I would like to know from our lifetime members, not our free community members, we value them too, but our lifetime members, we look at like members of the church. We are considering having partner-only classes. If that might be a thing that you think you might be interested in pledging your monthly support. If I had weeknights, Monday through Friday weeknights, partner classes only, I sure would like to hear from you, your thoughts on that. If I had intermediate and advanced lessons like I used to do elite, that was partners only, how would you feel about that? Would you support that? Would you pledge your support? That would help us do some planning well before May the 1st. But anyway, appreciate you. Love you all. You've been good to me, and I'll keep trying to be good to you. All right, y'all. God bless y'all. We appreciate you, and we'll see you at noon. Some of you, those of you that move on after today, that you don't come to the noon class to ask questions, and you just have a perfect day. And remember, after 2 perfect days, you're in EFB. God bless y'all. Have a good one.